What's going on, guys? It's Superspan here. Uh, Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I've just been really busy with work and whatnot. But this video is going to be a little bit different than the last. I am going to talk about one specific player, but this time it's not going to be about a player that I just respect or just now started liking. Um, it's going to be about a player that is very near and dear to me, that a lot of Chicagoans love or hate for whatever reason. It's the MVP, Derrick Rose. I mean, throughout my entire life with basketball, Derrick Rose has been there. He literally got me into basketball ever since they drafted him back in 2007. When he took us to the playoffs in 2008 against the Boston Celtics, that was one of the best playoff series of all time, and that was when he was a rookie. Now, we're talking about a guy who was a McDonald's All-American, Simeon legend. He took Memphis to the national championship. He did miss those clutch free throws, but that's beside the point. The things he was able to do, I mean, when he was on the Bulls, even now, he's still got a lot of explosiveness in him. But I'm going to talk about specifically right now when he was on the Bulls. I mean, so many memories come back, during his specifically during his MVP season. I just remember, the moves he was able to do, the way he would contort his body in the air and just finish with such ease. I mean, you don't see a lot of players doing that nowadays. I mean, yeah, you see a lot of players with similar athleticism, and, we got Russell Westbrook and players like that, but it's like, I mean, Derrick Rose, honestly, in my opinion, was so much more than what Russell Westbrook is. You're talking about a guy who had pretty much no other superstar players on his team, yet still led the Bulls to the best record in the NBA, and then the best record in the Eastern Conference as well, I believe. And then we only made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I mean, if we got another superstar player, we would have easily been a dynasty. If Derrick Rose never got hurt and they traded him, I think we would have been something special. We were something special. Derrick Rose is very, very special to a lot of people here, especially myself. I am a huge Derrick Rose fan. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my Derrick Rose video where I've got all of his previous team's jerseys on and then reveals the Minnesota Timberwolves jersey. That's one of my favorite videos I've ever made. It's just showing a lot of respect to Derrick Rose and everything. But people give him a lot of disrespect that I think is very unnecessary. Yes, he's gotten hurt a lot. He's sat on the bench when the doctors cleared him, but man, I mean, I really feel like a lot of people should try walking in his shoes. He's torn his ACL, he's torn his meniscus. He's gotten pretty much every injury in the book. I mean, he's hurt his meniscus multiple times now. He's never torn his ACL again, but I mean, he's literally gotten everything else from a orbital fracture, I believe. I don't know which eye it was in, but to his ankles. It's literally from his head to his toe. He's literally been covered in injuries. But that's just a way of life, man. I mean, I really think he could bounce back from it. The explosiveness is still there. The speed is still there. The athleticism is still there. I mean, what Derrick Rose means to this city, I'm going to get off that topic a little bit, but what Derrick Rose means to this city is so much more than on a basketball perspective. He's one of the most humble players we've ever seen. He's incredibly gifted. He's so athletic. He's just so fun to watch. His handles are just insane. His finishing ability is unparalleled to anybody else. I mean, we haven't seen an athletic point guard to Derrick Rose's caliber ever. I don't care about Russell Westbrook. I don't care about Oscar Robertson or anybody. Derrick Rose, to me, will forever be the best point guard of all time, in my opinion. Now, that's just my opinion. And I do get very passionate about Derrick Rose because, I mean, literally, he's got me into basketball. He's the reason I am so in love with the game of basketball, why I'm such a huge Bulls fan, because I just remember sitting up late at night as a kid, on school nights, watching him play and just feeling this sense of pride for not only my favorite basketball team or my favorite player, but the city. You know what I mean? He brought basketball back to Chicago. You know, I mean, a city that was lost in basketball. I mean, we really were in no man's land before we got him. We had like a 1% chance to get the #1 pick, and we did, and we got him. And a lot of people say, oh, if you could do it over again, would you draft Russell Westbrook or anybody else in that draft? If you knew the injuries, if you knew about the injuries. And I honestly would not. I mean, the inspiration that he's brought to this city, that Derrick Rose has brought to the city, is just so unmatched with a lot of other players. You know, he's not like outspoken. He's not flashy, you know, with his style or anything like that. You know, he's really humble, and I feel like he's one of the nicer guys in the NBA. And you know, that's hard to come by, man. He literally was the total package, in my opinion. So I mean, I miss him. I miss having Derrick Rose on the Bulls. Like, honestly, I don't care where he is. You know, I like the Timberwolves. I like him back with Tibbs, but I just want him at the end of the day to be back on the Bulls, because, like I said, I just remember staying up late at night, you know, feeling that sense of pride when you hear the fans chant MVP at the free throw line. I mean, I haven't been able to experience that since, you know. It's just, he brought that roster from nothing to something in the matter of a year, you know. So, I mean, yeah, we had Joakim Noah, Luol Deng, and Boozer, but I mean, really, Joakim Noah was injury riddled that year. Boozer was a defensive liability, and he broke his hand early in the year. And then Luol Deng was just like a 16 to 20 point per game scorer. And I love Lou. He was a good defender. A lot of players on that team were good defenders, but, you know, I mean, no one was nearly up to the level of productivity as Derrick Rose was on that team. You look at a lot of the other super teams in the league, all the other top teams in the league, they had at least 2 or 3 all-stars on their team. But Derrick Rose was able to do it without another all-star on that roster. You know, Luol Deng was an all-star, I believe, in 2012, 2013. And that was before the Bulls were, you know, with MVP D Rose. That was after that whole few years stretch when I think it was when Derrick Rose was out with the torn ACL. But yeah, I mean, I really just had to make this video showing my respect to Derrick Rose. A lot of people know that I'm a huge Derrick Rose fan. A lot of people around me know that already, but you know, I just wanted to make it clear he is my favorite player of all time, and he will forever be my favorite player of all time. You know, I will support him till the day I die. So, I mean, I had to get that out there, especially after making a LeBron video. I feel like I kind of sinned in the eyes of a Bulls fan there, but I'm not a LeBron fan. I just respect him. I understand why he made those choices to go to LA and Miami and all that stuff. You know, I can respect that, but this isn't about LeBron. Yeah, no, I haven't been so hyped about a rivalry since the D Rose Bulls days against the Cavs or Heat. You know, I mean, the stuff he did against LeBron made everybody just go crazy in Chicago. Like, that was, you know, you see that little layup he did against, I think it was D Wade and LeBron when he was driving to the lane, and he did that little, you know, that little famous windmill reverse layup that he did. It's crazy. You know, you haven't seen a player of his caliber, I think, in a while. You know, and he's still in the league, and he's still killing it. You know, you see him in the playoffs, he was killing it from 3. He was averaging 14 points per game. He was easily, I'd say, the best player on that team in the playoffs. I would honestly say that he is the reason that they even won a game. So, you know, the energy he brought off the bench, I think he could be a starter, but still, the energy he brought off the bench, it was just unmatched. You know, the Rockets couldn't even really handle that. But this is gonna end the video here. So yeah, MVP D Rose, baby, all day to the day I die. #1, Chi-Town's finest. All right. Well, please like and subscribe, and you guys have a great day.